The Q-Tools accounting questionnaires are a series of online forms which are tailorable and allow you to decide what to include or exclude in certain questionnaires. If we log in, we can see that there are various checklists, various admin forms, various financial services forms. The main ones are the interactive check Q forms, interactive questionnaires. There's a few marketing and practice development forms and some payroll forms. In this particular video, we will look at the personal tax review questionnaire. I'm going to copy the link and paste it to open the form. The whole purpose of the personal tax review questionnaire is to ensure that all of your staff that are dealing with tax use the same system and work in the same way to advise clients. It is often asked at meetings what systems are used, and quite often the answer is it's all done from memory. When there are 80 to 100 points that might be relevant to a particular client, this is quite dangerous. So what we're going to do is enter the client name, the tax year that we're looking at, who's completed it, and the date they've completed it. There are some tailoring questions, and the tailoring questions determine what will be included and which need answering, which don't. So married couple section is the first one. Married couple section, there's some questions there. Answer children under 18. If we know they're not married and don't have any children, we can say no, and both of these sections are omitted. They still appear on the list to show that at least it's been thought about in tailoring these sections in the first place. We'll turn off this one, we'll turn on higher rate taxpayer, turn this one on. They've got some savings, they've got no income from property, no capital gains. We don't want to do the IHT and wills this year. We don't want to do the pensions, but we'll do the general section. So married couples is the first section. We've said yes up here. So have we considered reorganizing investments so that income is paid to the partner who pays least tax on it? If they're both basic rate taxpayers, obviously no huge benefit. But we can say from a drop down, no funds considered. This is somewhat subjective and we may not have all the details, especially if they've got ISAs and so on. But we can talk to them about it at a meeting possibly, and we can put in some free text comments. Is the marriage allowance transfer claimable? Our tax software might flag this for attention, but again we can say we've discussed it previously. We're not aware of any impending separation or divorce. Moving on to the higher rate taxpayer, one thing that gets missed quite often is inquiring as to whether their gift aid has been made. Here we can say yes, we've inquired and we've entered it on the tax return already. Or we could put other comments, paid one off last year to ambulance or whatever it might be. Can we do anything to mitigate the loss of personal allowances where income is between the bands where personal allowance is tapered? We can say not applicable if the income's too high or too low. Are they aware of any, should they be made aware of tax relief available on gifts of shares to a charity? Not applicable, haven't got any shares. No land and buildings, not applicable. Pension contributions, yes, we've done it in a letter. Have we looked at pensions? So see printout on file. Have we talked to them about tax-free savings? Yes, we have. Have we talked to them about investing for capital growth? EIS, SEIS, venture capital trusts. Can we rearrange the dividends and shareholdings? Income from employment, various items to do with employment. Again, often missed. Are they eligible for any flat rate expenses, or do they pay subs to a professional body? Have we looked at the HMRC's website to make sure that we've got the state pension figures right? Clients often give us 12 times the full weekly amount rather than 13 times. Have we looked at PAYE underpayments? And do we want to give clients the option to collect via PAYE adjustment? Savings and investments, again often missed. Accrued or deductible income when there's gilts or fixed interest stocks. We talked to them about help to buy ISAs where they don't own a property. Could they be paying interest on directors' loan accounts? So interest loan should be considered. General areas, these are all blank, but general areas, is their income such that the income makes them eligible for working tax credits, child tax credits, or universal tax credits? This may well happen where they've spent a considerable amount on equipment due for the annual 100% allowance in the year, so it can vary. Have we checked online to make sure that the HMRC systems agree to what we think it is? Have we considered reductions in payments on account? Have we checked tax codings? Have we sorted out whether there's any student loans outstanding, and have we made a record of it? So we've made a record in our document management system. Have we told them to pay on time? Yes. See printout from tax tips model. Is there anything that we think might trigger an HMRC compliance check or investigation? Again, subjective, but we'll say not applicable in this case. When it's finished, we can do send, and an email is sent to the owner of the product, the QTools product. We can also of that response. So in our survey result, we can look at the tax questionnaire, and we've included these where we said yes, we've excluded those where we said no. We've got our questions and we've got our responses. This document can now be either sent to printer or PDF file. It can be annotated as necessary or used as a prompt in a meeting, however you so wish. But there is evidence that you've considered lots and lots of areas in dealing with that particular client.